So the last two slides, I want to talk about the concept of infant daycare or daycare in general. Um, as you can see on the slide, there is an estimated 134 million babies born each year. The majority of these babies are going to be cared for really by their mothers in majority of countries all over the world. And the concept of allocare or the family support that we get from our neighbors or extended family makes it easier for us to care for human babies than, for example, other species. Now, the daily care of a child or an infant is going to either be by a parent or an extended family member, or it will be through what is called daycare. Now, daycare comes in two types. We have family daycare, and then we have center-based daycare. Now, there is no consensus on whether um, one is better than the other. Quality really is based on certain markers that have to do with the ratio between the caregiver and the children, um, the uh, the adherence to basic um, health codes and best practices as far as interaction between caregiver and children and outdoor time and age appropriate curriculum. So, all of those are good things to think about when you're looking for what is best out there. But regardless of where the baby is and who is caring for the baby, researchers agreed on two very important factors, and that is attachment is critical. So, going back to Brentford Brenner's quote, every single child needs someone who is um, crazy about them or basically provides that at the beginning, that partner in synchrony, and then later on, the base for that secure attachment and social referencing. So every child needs that one consistent person in their life. That's what all research, regardless of what area they're researching, agreed on. The second one is really the importance of stability. So here comes that concept of really changing caregivers on a baby, especially in the first early years of development. Consistency is very critical. And we face a major problem in daycare with the high turnover of caregivers because of the low pay and wages and other factors that causes a lot of caregivers to either move between centers or leave the field. What is very important is that consistency, having that one caregiver available and there for the baby, is going to help that baby develop that connection. And if that connection is changing every month or every couple of months to a new caregiver, then that child's development can be harmed. So, those are very important concepts to take into consideration when we talk about generally what is best for baby's care. Of course, nothing is like having both parents available for that child. The research shows that babies thrive when they have both mother and father involved in their daily caretaking. However, having the option of putting your child at a daycare, whether it was a home based or a center based, also is an option. And the quality of the program does not have anything to do with the price you're paying or the type of curriculum. There is no solid research on a particular type of curriculum versus another. We do know that play based curriculum is very beneficial for children because it really uses what is something in it, something that their kids are born with, and that is the um, the need to explore and experiment. And if that is given to them, then they thrive best. However, other types of curriculums have always been researched, and we'll talk, I think, more in detail about this in the next chapter when we talk about preschoolers and the different types of caregiver accommodations, such as Montessori philosophy or um, um, other ones. But I just wanted to stress that the most important concept that I want you to remember is there are markers for a high quality daycare. You can look at the ratio, you can look at the language that is being used and the amount of time that is being given to sensory motor exploration, health and safety rules. These are always governed by some sort of a code that is required in order to be licensed to accept children, especially in California. And then how professional is the caregiver? What kind of degrees? What kind of units do they have? And of course, that warm and responsive interaction with the child. All of those are important. However, the most important out of all of these is really the caregiver. It's all about the caregiver. Having that one person that makes that connection with the child and is there consistently to provide it is the best way that we can ensure that that child develops typically.